cover the user sections of Cisco Webex Control Hub. We briefly reviewed the overview. Now we're going to go through users. So this is a listing of the users that have been onboarded into Control Hub. You'll see that some of these are in active status, some of these are in verified status. Someone who's in a verified status clicked the email to accept access to the services, but they really haven't come in here to use it just yet. Whereas someone who's in an active status is an active member on the site and utilizing the services. In order to onboard these users in here, there's this little Manage Users button that was used to bring these folks in here. So what happens is you have several different ways to onboard users into Control Hub. You can do an auto-assign licenses via the directory synchronization. So what this means is we've enabled directory synchronization to entitle folks who are authorized to log on to corporate services that they'll have access to the Teams environment and the Webex environment. And then we've got to decide, once they're validated that way, how do we want to give them the Webex message, meet, and call services? So we've got several different ways. One is to set up an auto-assign template. One is to say we're going to manually add users, and we could do so up to 25 at a time. Then we have the option of using a CSV file to bulk upload the users that would, be larger than 25. So first we would export the user list, identify the required fields that we would need to populate in order to select the types of services a customer or an end user would have access to. Then we would import it into Control Hub. And as I mentioned earlier, for free users that are out there pending, we could actually convert them to a paid subscription. So I want to take you into the Setup Auto Assign template a little bit. This is where all of the different subscriptions are housed. So for this one particular subscription, we could only give them Webex meetings. For the second subscription, you can see we're able to give them message, meet, or call, and we can decide whether to give them Teams meetings or Cisco Webex meetings, and we could actually have a personal meeting room assigned to some as well. Over here for messaging, we have the ability to give them Webex Teams as well as the Jabber Team messaging mode. And then if you were using Cisco Webex calling, you could also assign those services here. And then for this subscription down here, this is grayed out because subscription has a Webex site that we auto-linked to the Control Hub. So this is a site managed by Webex site admin that we wanted to link to Control Hub so that the analytics flowed through to Control Hub, and I'll show you that in a separate module. But there is a way that if you are on a Webex site that has Webex site admin as your management portal, you are able to link it to Control Hub through site linking, and those analytics from that user base will then come over here to this Control Hub, and you'll be able to have all your metrics for all of your users, regardless of the subscription that they're on. So we'll go back. So you can see here that the beauty of this is that once customers or end users would come in via directory synchronization, if we set up this auto template, we could actually flip on certain features for them to automatically have access to without coming in and touching an account one by one. So we don't have that turned on this site, so I'm going to uncheck these boxes, but that's the beauty of auto assign template. So that's really a nice high-level overview of that Manage Users button. Let's go into an account, and you'll be able to see that we're able to tweak services. So should we have auto assign on that gives all of our users by default certain privileges, we could actually come in here and change those services. So you could change them via the subscription, or you could just go into each of these fields here to configure additional features that you want to make custom to this particular profile. So for Jabber Team messaging mode, you have some selections you can make. Let's go back here under meetings, and you'll see that I've got the ability to turn on certain privileges. This user has Meeting Center Pro 200 for 200 participant limit, and their user privileges can be selected or unselected to include PC calling, which is integrated VoIP, personal meeting room, and then here's your high quality video and high definition video to allow video endpoints to SIP URI dial into your personal meeting room, and that allows you to leverage your video endpoints within a Webex meeting. So it's a really nice feature. Personal meeting room is an always-on persistent service that gives you a static URL that you can actually put at the end of your signature if you wish, so that it's almost like having an office with a door open. And if once you go into that personal meeting room, you can actually lock the door or lock the room so that while you're in that conversation, no one else can intrude, and keeps your material highly confidential. If people are waiting to enter and the room has been locked, then you're able to see a little flag that says someone's waiting, and you're able to admit them. Some IT organizations auto-lock personal rooms after a certain period of time, and that's where you'll see additional folks waiting in your room. If someone were waiting there and joined the meeting late, you could admit them one by one. So this is an overview of the user section of Control Hub. I hope it was helpful, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you. Now that you've seen this UCCaaS Webex Teams demo series, including
Webex Teams, Webex Meetings,
Webex Devices and Control Hub,
Verizon Management Portal, and Contact Center.
If you'd like to arrange a demo for your customers, please reach out to your nearest DBC.
Hey, don't forget folks, many of these demos can be done remotely via Webex for your accounts.
Thanks for watching.